Hey, it's Vanessa, the Crafty Gemini, and in this video tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make some super quick and easy rice packs that can be used for a variety of things. Alright, so this rice pack project is so quick and easy, it's pretty ridiculous, really. So minimal supplies, we'll go over them in a second, but this makes a great gift, and you can call them whatever you want. Play around with the dimensions. They can be hand warmers, they can be rice packs, one you can keep in the freezer to cool off on a hot day when you come inside the house. You can put some in the microwave and heat them up for when you have sore muscles. Kids love these things, and it also makes a great beginner sewing project. So if you're teaching somebody how to sew, consider making this project with them. Now let's go over the supplies you'll need, because really, it's only going to take you a couple of minutes. For my rectangular rice packs, I like to start with 2 pieces of fabric that measure 3.5 inches by 7.5 inches. You're going to need about a half a cup of rice, and then your basic sewing supplies, things to mark, measure, and cut your fabric with. Also, some pins may come in handy, and then you'll need a funnel. It can either be a real funnel from the kitchen, or you can just roll up a sturdy piece of paper like I do to make my own. Then you'll need a working sewing machine, and we'll only be using a straight stitch for this project. Alright, so take your 2 rectangular pieces of fabric, place them pretty sides touching, and then you just want to mark on one of the short sides what opening you're going to leave to then go back and fill it. So I like to start somewhere here and end right here. You don't need much more than about 1.5 inches to 2 inches at the most to leave open. So we'll start stitching on one side and back stitch to secure, and then I'll stitch all the way around all the sides, stopping on the other end and back stitching there as well. Now we clip corners to remove some of the bulk, and I clip them at an angle like this without cutting into your stitches. Then let's reach in here, flip this right side out, and give it a good press. At the opening here, you want to tuck those raw edges under until it's flush with the edge of the entire project there. Now we'll take a real funnel or a little homemade funnel here and slip the tip right inside the hole, and then I just pour my rice and hope that I don't make a mess. Perfect. And you only want to fill it about 2/3 of the way. Try not to go overboard, because then when you tilt it to go sew this shut at the machine, you don't want to run the risk of having the rice creep under your sewing machine needle. Alright, so that's a little bit more than half, so that looks good. Now we'll head over to the sewing machine and top stitch across here, back stitching at the beginning and ends to secure this opening shut. And believe it or not, you're done. That's it. A super simple rice pack. It's a great scrap buster, and the rice is so inexpensive. After it gets messed up, you can just toss it away and make some more. Now, these are great to give to kids in sets of 2. Sometimes you'll hear them called boo-boo bags. You can give them one to be a cold pack that they can keep in the freezer, and another one to be a hot pack that they can heat up in the microwave anytime they have little boo-boos and stuff like that. I also like to make them smaller. So if you played around with the dimensions, you can make them into hand warmers. So instead of giving kids kind of those toxic little pouches, I like to do something a little bit more natural. You have the cotton fabric and the rice. So you can heat them up and then pop them in their jacket pockets. If you don't want to do a basic square or rectangle for that, sometimes I like to make them into some fun shapes. Now this one I did a little differently. I cut 2 hearts, okay, out of the 2 pieces of fabric. And then I sewed them together wrong sides touching so that I would have the raw edges exposed here. And I used about a 1/2 inch seam allowance, something chunkier, that then I can go back in with my pinking shears and pink to give this raw edge look on the outside. And the kids really like this look. So for this, if you're going to do one in a heart shape or a circle or something, leave a small opening on the heart because it has kind of straight sides down here. I left an opening down here, filled it, moved the rice out of the way, and then top stitched it just like this. And then after it was all sewn around, Then I went in with the pinking shears and pinked the edges. So these make really cute hand warmers that you can toss in the microwave and then pop them in their jacket pockets before they head out the door. So there it is, super quick and easy practical little project that is so much fun to make. I hope you'll give it a try and play around with the dimensions, the shapes, use them as hand warmers, hot and cold packs. They have so many different uses and they're so simple to make. Now if you enjoyed this video tutorial, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends on the different social media sites. I'll be back tomorrow with another tutorial for you because this was day 10 of my 12 days of last minute DIY gifts, and I have 2 left to go. So I'll be back tomorrow with day 11. Thanks again for watching this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.